Hello from Mason. You might have heard about our little town and a little abortion ban that got passed last year that we fought back. We got it stopped with a referendum, and then we voted the bastards out. I want to tell you a little bit about me because I am one of the most unlikely people to show up on the stage at a rally like this. I grew up in a very conservative evangelical family. I was homeschooled from 3rd grade through high school and graduated from a Baptist university. I remember picketing outside abortion clinics when I was 12, and I had a very naive and simplistic concept of reproductive justice. My oldest daughter, Ellie, helped me see how limited my understanding of abortion was. She was born in 2000 with 5 congenital heart defects. She needed 4 open heart surgeries before she turned 4. She suffered a brain injury that left her with cerebral palsy, and she never walked or talked. After 8.5 years, she died in 2008. I once counted up her medical bills. Those alone cost almost $1 million, and she only lived 8.5 years. I had to quit my job to care for her because the only other people qualified to were nurses, and we couldn't afford that level of care. I don't know what I would have done if I was a single mom. But the cost of caring for Ellie extended far beyond a lost job and hospital bills. She rarely slept through the night, so I didn't either. Ellie struggled to gain weight, so we gave her a special high-calorie formula that was expensive. We learned how to do feeding tubes, medications. I drove her all over town, weekly therapy sessions. She needed wheelchairs, standers, walkers, leg braces, custom orthotics, home and vehicle modifications, all of which cost hundreds and thousands of dollars. She required early intervention service from the county and special education services from the public school. I spent hours mediating payments between our hospital and the insurance company because for some reason the two systems wouldn't talk to each other, so I had to do it. Her care was all-consuming and relentless, so I needed help with basic tasks like grocery shopping, cleaning my house, making meals, and doing laundry. When Ellie was 7, my husband, Scott, and I sat in an ultrasound procedure room listening in stunned silence as a doctor informed us we were having another baby with severe, life-threatening heart defects. The doctor said this would be as complex as Ellie's situation. He shared a range of possibilities, the risks, the chance that it might not be repairable, and he offered us options that included terminating the pregnancy. Life can be tragic and horrifying. Sometimes you have to make choices between equally awful options. We had to choose between putting our child through a painful surgery and a long recovery in hopes of a 20% survival chance, or save her that suffering, knowing there was a 0% chance of survival. These kinds of decisions are deeply personal, heavy with ramifications, and infinitely nuanced, based on each individual person and their circumstances. Abortion is a healthcare procedure like chemo, radiation, any other surgery. Do you know anyone who would just go get chemo or radiation for fun? I don't. We only ever choose this when we have to. I know not everyone can say, yes, I will continue this pregnancy, deliver this child into a life of pain, raise them, and then watch them die. I barely managed with Ellie, in spite of my loads of privilege, my partner who had a good job and good benefits, and my faith community. When Scott and I had that terrible conversation with a pediatric cardiologist, we knew the full ramifications of that decision. We knew what it would cost us. In that moment of grief, fear, and decision, the last thing we needed was for a judge or a governor or a legislator to decide for us. These decisions belong to the pregnant person, our doctors, and the advisors that we choose. I believe that those who shout, "Take responsibility," and advocate life at all costs have washed their hands of any responsibility to help, and they have never counted the cost. Those same people cut food assistance, remove people from Medicaid, ignore and underfund our foster care system, and waste our money. Meanwhile, the children they're supposedly saving are paying the price, and so are we. I'm not going to sit back and let this happen. Are you with me?